guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, hi, my name is Mary. I give you guys an extra warm welcome, and I would love it if you joined my small YouTube family by clicking the subscribe button. That way you can see more of me. And if you're a returning viewer, thank you so much for coming back. I appreciate you more than you know. For today's video, it's a little different than my typical videos, and it's not like a tag video. I actually saw Charlotte Holdcroft, and I'll go ahead and put her YouTube channel down below and like a picture of her here. I saw her do this video and I thought it was such a good idea. So when I saw her do this video, which is #1 makeup product in every category, I thought that is such a good idea. You can really just look at your collection and look at which products in every single category you actually gravitate towards the most, and those are definitely your holy grails. So I decided to go ahead and do this little video just because I liked that idea so much, and I'm actually collaborating with some smaller influencers. We all just kind of want to grow our channels. I am putting it out there in the universe that I'm going to reach 1,000 subscribers this year, so please guys help me out. If you're watching, subscribe. I would greatly appreciate it. So without further ado, why don't we go ahead and get started with this video and my #1 products in every single category. Alright guys, so as you can tell, my face is already done, and I did do my intro with a full face, which is very rare in my channel. So first thing we're going to start with is primer. Now I know there are some people out there that think primers are a gimmick and you don't really need it, and that's fine. If you are not a person that doesn't use primer, don't use primer. At least make sure to moisturize your face before you start applying your makeup. But for me, I actually have a variety of primers that I normally use before my makeup. And the first primer that I go in is with the Wet n Wild Primer Serum. I use that all over my face just to kind of bring hydration into my face and make sure that it's nice and hydrated before I go in with my actual primers that have a specific purpose for them. The second primer I go into is the Porefessional Pearl Primer. Now I'll use the Pearl Primer or the regular Benefit one, and I use that on my T-zone because my T-zone has large pores and it typically is oily. I have been experiencing dry skin lately, but I think that finally at 10 weeks postpartum my skin is going back to normal, which makes me so happy. The last primer I go in with is usually a primer that is also hydrating, a little bit dewy, and kind of just helps the base just stick to it, and that is the Ofra Northern Lights primer. I don't mention this on my channel too often, but anytime I do my makeup off of camera, this is usually the one that I use. Alright guys, and for concealer, my absolute favorite, that is the Kylie Cosmetics concealer. And I usually use the color Stone and Maple. The color Stone is too light and the color Maple is too dark. The next thing is foundation. And for foundation, this is actually a product that I don't think I have featured on my channel yet. And it is the Clinique Even Better Glow. This foundation is so beautiful. It literally just kind of gives you like that beautiful, nice, natural finish. It's one of my favorites. It's my #1 foundation. I love how it looks. I love how it feels. It is like the perfect my skin but better foundation. All right, the next item that is my #1 product, and I pretty much use this every single time I cream contour, is the Shade and Light Contour by, it's now KVD Beauty. It was Kat Von D Beauty, and I use the two shades, the lighter and the medium shade. The lighter shade is called Chestnut and the medium shade is called Woodland, and they just are beautiful and really contour my skin beautifully. Alright guys, now for setting powder. For this one, the Wet n Wild Photo Focus setting powder has been my absolute favorite to set my under eyes. I just feel like it really just makes my skin look so soft and flawless. As you can tell, it has a little bit of a I want to say like a peachy, very light peachy tone to it, and that could be why, but it really just leaves my under eyes looking beautiful. And as far as setting powder for my whole face, I don't honestly have one right now. I don't have an absolute favorite that I can say that is my go-to ride or die. But I have been noticing that the Laure Mercier translucent powder is the one that I have been gravitating towards the most lately. It seems like every time I do my makeup off of camera, I tend to grab this one. All right, now for powder, either bronzer or contour. I don't really have a powder contour shade. I do have some bronzer shades that are more on the cool tone side. So I will mention my two most favorite bronzers, and the first one is the Milan Silky Matte Bronzer. Now this bronzer smells like coconut, so that's another plus. And it's actually a very beautiful color. I do have in the shade 01, and it's a little bit light, but it's actually a very, very buildable product. This is definitely a favorite. I can't use it during the summer, but during winter time, I use it a lot. And the other one is the Hourglass Luminous Bronze Light. Now, this bronzer, I didn't want to put it in here, but honestly, it's a very beautiful bronzer because it has like that pearl or marble little can in it, and it's like a bronzer and a luminous powder, so it gives you like a very luminous finish. It's like not super pigmented, so you can like really go ham and still don't look absolutely ridiculous. I don't know, it's just a very beautiful bronzer. It is a little bit on the pricier side, and I hate that. That's why I have this mini version of it, and it's not like I'm gonna go through this one anyways, you know. All right, so the next product I'm going to talk about is a highlighter, but it's not like your typical highlight, and this is by Jaclyn Cosmetics. This is called the Moonlight Powder, but it's a highlighter, and I am showing you the one in the color Carrots. I'm showing you this shade because it's closer to my actual skin color, so it will look a little more natural than the other one that I have, which is Doomy. But the reason I really love this powder is because it is so finely milled that it gives you just a like natural glow within. So if you're one of those people that does not like, you know, highlighter because you don't like to look super flashy and you just like that natural glow, you will definitely love this powder. Now the package that I showed you is from her original launch, which was back in I think December of 2019, and she has changed her packaging since. I do believe that it has been restocked, so I will definitely link everything that I'm showing you. Hopefully I can find everything down below so that you can check it out. But as you can see, it is just so finely milled, and you can see from the swatch how beautiful it will look on the skin. Now the next item is the actual highlight that I absolutely love. This is from the same Jaclyn Cosmetics, and it is the Flash palette. This was released in 2019 along with the Moonlight highlighter, and these highlighters are just amazing. They literally make your skin look like glass. As you can see with my highlighter, like, it is amazing. And as you can see here by the swatch, like, it is such a beautiful color. You really do need to start off slow and softly because it can get out of hand very, very, very quick. But this has been my favorite highlighter since I purchased it. All right, the next thing I'm going to mention is the eye primer. I am an eye primer kind of person because I believe that if you don't prime, it's a crime. Naked Tutorials says that. It helps your shadow last longer. It helps it not crease. It's just, for me, primer is necessary. And my absolute favorite primer, I have tried quite a few, is the MAC Paint Pot in the color Soft Ochre. I believe there is 3, maybe 4 total colors. I'm not sure. You can correct me on that down below if you want. But this seems to be the perfect shade for me. It's my favorite. Out of all of the primers, it's the one that I gravitate towards to the most. And eyeshadow palette. Now for this one, it was a hard one because I have so many eyeshadow palettes, like so many. But I came to the conclusion that my absolute favorite eyeshadow palette, it's just perfect. It's perfect. It's a little bit on the high end side, but it is the Natasha Denona Sunset palette. As you can see by all of the shades, it is a very warm toned palette. It's what I gravitate towards too. And I do love the fact that even though like 90% of it is warm toned, there is 2 pops of colors in there, the yellow and the red, just in case, you know, you feel like being bold and you want to get out of your comfort zone. But I have definitely, as you can tell, used this palette quite a bit. It's such a beautiful palette. So it does retail for $129. All right, guys, next thing I'm going to talk about is blush. I love blush. I don't have as much blush as I wish I could. If it were up to me, I would buy all of the blushes that exist out there, but I actually do have a little bit of self-control, and I don't buy as many blushes as I definitely wish I could. This blush palette is the Moon Prism blush palette by Lunar Beauty. I have been looking for a very good blush palette, and when this came out, I was absolutely so excited. As you can see by the video, all of the colors are absolutely amazing. They are pretty well pigmented. Not too pigmented. I hate it when I buy a blush and it's so pigmented that you barely have to tap your brush in it. I hate that. It is the absolute worst. But as you can see from the video here of swatches from the 2 blushes that I used today, they are, you know, very well pigmented. I did have to swipe, I think, 2 or 3 times. So, you know, you can definitely build them up. I mean, yes, they have pigment, but they're not so sheer that, you know, you have to use a ton of it. But it's definitely a super buildable formula. The colors are all absolutely beautiful, and I did do a video where I test out every single shade on my cheeks, and I'll link it down below. So if you want to check that out, every single shade in this palette absolutely works. So it definitely makes the product so worth it. The only one that I don't really use is the shimmery blush that is in there, but everything else, I absolutely love the colors and they all look well on my skin. All right, eyebrows. Now I am not a super picky person when it comes to my eyebrows. Like, I'm not that person that is like, oh no, I need to do this and this and that. Like, I don't have to be super precise with what I use, what technique I do, whatever. I kind of just pick a brow product, use it, and, you know, shape them and do whatever I need to do. Definitely the brow product that I tend to gravitate towards the most is the Benefit Precisely My Brow Pencil. And as you can see, the point is pretty fine. It's not super fine like the new Huda one, but it is definitely pretty fine. And it also has a spoolie. It's a great brow product. The color, which is shade 5, which is the one that I purchased, is a very perfect and beautiful color for my natural hair. All right, guys, we are almost done. We just have a couple of more products. The next product I am going to talk about is going to be lip. These are definitely 2 that I have used the most. The first one is a lip liner by Colourpop Cosmetics, and this is in the shade Little One. It is literally like the perfect nude shade. I absolutely love this lip liner. Colourpop is a very affordable brand. I don't even know how much their lip liners are, but they're probably like $6. I'll put the price somewhere on here. But it's so smooth, it's so creamy, it's literally like the perfect color. I prefer matte finish. So for sure the Morphe matte liquid lip, and as you can see, this is in the shade Virgin. It is literally like the perfect nude for my lips. It really is. Morphe is also another affordable brand, so you can definitely check their lip products out. I purchased this, man, I want to say 2 years ago, and it's definitely a product that I gravitate towards to a lot. This color Virgin is one of my favorites. Alright guys, just 2 more products. Lashes. When it comes to lashes, on an everyday makeup, I usually try not to wear any. I'm trying to really work on getting my lashes back to like a healthy length and width. I recently, I want to say like a month ago, discovered Bright Lashes, and they are in the style Gemini. As you can tell, they are beautiful, they are fluffy, they are like elegant and like out there. These are created by a YouTuber here. Her name is Angela Bright, and I'll definitely link her information down below. But she put these lashes on sale, and I hadn't been able to support her, so I told myself, all right, let me go ahead and purchase them. And of course, they are in the style Gemini. I am a Gemini, so I thought, okay, I need to have these lashes. Literally, as soon as I put these lashes on my eyes, I was like, oh my gosh, these are fabulous. I absolutely love these lashes. I want to wear them every single day. And like, even though they are pretty long and flirty and out there, like they're not ridiculous. All right, last but not least is setting spray. And I thought to myself, what setting spray do I keep using? And I love, you know, the sprayer and the smell. I am very picky when it comes to scents. There are certain scents that I cannot stand. First setting spray that I thought of was the Morphe setting mist. Now the one that I currently have is the Morphe and Jeffree Star one. Ignore that. So as soon as I finish the Morphe and Jeffree Star one, then I'll go ahead and be repurchasing the original one, because it literally has been one of my top setting sprays since I started my channel, and I keep repurchasing it because I love it so much. Morphe again is pretty affordable, so yeah, and that is it. That is my #1 product in every category. Now I didn't do a mascara, I didn't do an eyeliner, just because I feel like those aren't really, I don't have a favorite mascara right now. And eyeliner, it's like, eyeliner is just, you know, I don't do winged liner often, like I don't use liquid liner, and like pencil liners, it's kind of like, well, you know, really, is that like super duper important, you know? Not really. And lip gloss, you guys know, if you've been here for a while, I'm not a big lip gloss person, so I decided not to put a lip gloss in this video. Yeah. All right guys, well, thank you so much for being here. I hope you loved this video. I would love it if you gave this video a big thumbs up. I would greatly appreciate it, and hopefully it will, you know, help me out in the algorithm and bring some new and fresh eyes to my channel. And if you haven't done so already, I would love it if you joined my small YouTube family by clicking that subscribe button. Also, make sure to click the notification bell right after you subscribe. Well, I will see you on the next video. Bye.